Dawn breaks cold as early humans wake. Alert knowing survival today depends on choices made immediately. They rise quietly, scanning shadows for predators, while stomachs ache from yesterday's uncertain meals scarce. Before sunlight strengthens, someone tends embers feeding fire that means warmth, safety, and cooking today. Firelight reveals tired faces, scarred hands, and eyes trained to read. Land like memory itself. One group prepares to forage carrying woven bags, stone tools, and knowledge passed through generations. Another group sharpens, hunting points, testing edges, carefully because broken tools can mean failure today. Children stay close, learning by watching every movement, sound, and decision made without explanation spoken. Weather shapes every plan as wind, direction, clouds, and cold determine where people travel safely. Based on archaeological evidence, camps often sit near water, offering fish plants and escape routes. Movement begins early because daylight is limited and darkness brings danger humans cannot negotiate easily. Foragers spread out, slowly, eyes trained low, recognizing edible root, seeds, and seasonal plants nearby. Every find matters because calories collected now must support uncertain days ahead for everyone involved. Hunters move differently, tracking prints, broken grass, and droppings that reveal animal paths nearby today. They coordinate quietly, gestures, replacing speech because prey notices careless noise instantly nearby, always first. Success is never guaranteed, and failure means hunger spreading through the entire group. Tonight again, shelter remains important even during hunts, as weather can change suddenly without warning. Here quickly, simple structures of branches, hides, and stone block wind and retain precious warmth overnight together. Based on evidence, these shelters are rebuilt often, reflecting movement, following animals and seasons closely. Water collection continues constantly because dehydration weakens bodies faster than hunger alone ever experienced before. As sun climbs higher, decisions made earlier reveal consequences, shaping safety, energy, and morale today. Midday brings heat or cold stress, forcing pauses that balance effort against exhaustion. Carefully together, food gathered earlier is shared, deliberately reinforcing bonds essential for survival within small groups always. Researchers still debate exact sharing rules, but cooperation clearly increases group resilience during harsh periods. Tools are checked repeatedly since cracked stone or loose bindings invite dangerous accidents while working. Afternoon shadows lengthen, reminding everyone that daylight is slipping away quickly again. Tonight soon enough. Return paths are chosen, carefully avoiding open ground where predators may observe movement silently nearby. Children are gathered, first kept central within the group for protection during travel homeward always. Smoke from the campfire becomes a guide signaling safety, warmth, and shared food ahead nearby. Evenings are busy, not restful, filled with processing meat plants and repairing gear together again. Fire is fed constantly because losing it overnight risks hypothermia and fear spreading fast everywhere. Stories are not entertainment alone, but teaching tools carrying lessons about animals and land survival. Based on evidence, these shared moments strengthen memory, cooperation, and identity within groups enduring longer. Night brings vulnerability as darkness hides threats and limits human vision severely beyond firelight range. People sleep lightly, waking often to sounds, weather shifts, or nervous movements. Nearby outside shelters, protection relies on proximity, fire, and collective awareness rather than individual strength. Alone ever available, despite hardship, routines repeat daily, because predictability improves survival odds for everyone involved here always. Every morning resets challenges, demanding attention, cooperation, and constant learning from experience daily again together. This cycle continues for generations, shaping bodies, minds, and cultures gradually through lived experience alone. Much remains not fully understood yet. Archaeological traces allow careful reconstruction of these days today. Their survival was never simple, but built from countless small decisions made daily by everyone present. The second block opens with seasons shifting slowly, changing food availability and forcing constant adaptation everywhere. Cold months demand thicker shelters, tighter groups, and greater reliance on stored resources gathered earlier. Based on archaeological evidence, early humans dried meat, cached plants, and reused bones during scarcity. Planning ahead was essential because mistakes made weeks earlier could threaten survival later. Seriously, as landscapes changed, groups migrated carefully following animals' water, sources and familiar landmarks, remembered. Movement was never random, but guided by experience passed through observation, rather than formal teaching. Children absorbed this knowledge daily learning, which paths flood freeze or attract predators seasonally. Tool-making remained constant work with stone knapped carefully to replace broken or dulled edges. Hands learned pressure and angles through repetition because wasted material meant lost opportunity. Different tools served specific tasks reflecting deep understanding of materials and daily needs. Based on evidence, bone, wood, sinew, and stone were combined creatively for efficiency. Hunting strategies shifted with prey-sized terrain and group strength at any moment. Large animals required coordination, patience, and risk acceptance because injuries could be fatal. Small game and scavenging often provided steadier returns, supplementing unpredictable big hunts regularly. Researchers still debate how often scavenging occurred, but cut marks show shared use of carcasses. Fire use expanded beyond warmth, helping preserve food, harden tools, and manage dangerous animals. Smoke also signaled presence, possibly warning rival groups or guiding separated members home safely. Encounters with other humans were uncertain, sometimes cooperative, sometimes avoided entirely based on circumstances. Based on limited evidence, exchange of mates or resources likely reduced conflict and strengthened survival. Illness and injury tested group compassion because caring for weakened members reduced immediate productivity. Yet evidence suggests care was given showing survival depended on social bonds, not speed alone. Elders contributed knowledge, memory, and decision-making, even when physical strength declined noticeably. Daily life balanced risk, constantly choosing when effort outweighed danger or exhaustion realistically. Weather extremes reshaped routines, forcing shelter-bound days or urgent movement during storms suddenly. Rain transformed paths into hazards, while snow erased tracks and familiar landmarks completely. Based on evidence, clothing made from hides improved survival in colder climates significantly. Sewing tools show attention to fit flexibility and protection against wind and moisture. As daylight shortened, activities compressed, increasing pressure to succeed before darkness returned. Even meals followed rhythms, often eaten communally to reinforce trust and fairness consistently. Disagreements likely occurred, yet cooperation remained essential because isolation reduced survival chances greatly. Sound awareness mattered constantly, listening for animals, weather changes, or distant human movement. Sleep patterns adjusted with shorter cycles and frequent waking during dangerous conditions overnight. Fire placement and shelter orientation reduced wind exposure and predator approach angles carefully. Based on evidence, camps were reused, seasonally showing memory mapped onto landscapes deeply. Over time, these repeated choices shaped migration routes, spanning generations, gradually expanding. Nothing about survival was guaranteed, yet adaptation allowed humans to persist through instability. Each day added experience, refining instincts passed forward. Without written language ever, life demanded attention, always leaving little room for distraction or wastefulness. Through repetition, survival behaviors became culture, grounding humanity. Long before recorded history, life never slowed even as generations passed because survival pressures remained constant and unforgiving everywhere. Younger members matured quickly, absorbing responsibility early because mistakes affected the entire group directly. Decision-making was shared, shaped by observation, memory, and trust earned through experience. Based on archaeological evidence, migration paths shifted over centuries as climates warmed or cooled gradually. Changing environments forced experimentation, testing new food shelters and hunting approaches cautiously. Some ideas failed quickly while others proved valuable, enough to spread across regions slowly. This process was not planned. Innovation but survival-driven, adjustment happening day after day. Tools grew more specialized over time, reflecting accumulated knowledge rather than sudden invention. Fire management improved with controlled use, reducing accidents and conserving fuel efficiently. Camps became organized spaces, separating sleeping, cooking, and waste to reduce illness risks. Based on evidence, sanitation awareness existed even without understanding disease scientifically. Smell insects and decay guided practical decisions that improved group health outcomes. Seasonal rhythms shaped expectations, teaching patience during scarcity and urgency during abundance. Storytelling preserved hard-earned lessons, ensuring mistakes were remembered without repeating them. Not every story survived, but those tied to survival endured longest. Encounters with unfamiliar landscapes tested adaptability, forcing rapid learning or retreat. Fear existed, yet action continued because stopping meant greater danger than moving forward. Daily survival demanded resilience more than bravery, consistency more than heroism. Bodies adapted physically, while minds adapted socially, strengthening cooperation, instincts deeply. Based on skeletal evidence, workloads were intense, yet people lived through remarkable endurance. Aging brought respect because survival knowledge outweighed physical limitations within groups. Children represented hope and risk, simultaneously requiring protection while learning quickly. Every meal shared reinforced interdependence, reminding individuals they survived together or not. Isolation was rare, avoided because alone survival chances dropped dramatically. This collective lifestyle shaped human psychology, favoring empathy, awareness, and cooperation. Much about their emotions remains unknown, yet behaviors reveal practical intelligence clearly. They did not seek progress, only survival, yet progress emerged. Unintentionally over time, each generation inherited a refined blueprint for enduring harsh, unpredictable worlds. These lives were not primitive failures, but successful systems tested repeatedly. Archaeology captures fragments, yet patterns show remarkable consistency across continents. Through fire movement and cooperation, humans occupied environments once considered impossible. Their days were ordinary to them, yet extraordinary in outcome for humanity. If this exploration helped you understand prehistoric survival more, clearly consider subscribing for future documentaries. You can support this work by liking the video, helping it reach others interested in human origins. Share your thoughts or questions in the comments because discussion deepens understanding collectively. Sharing this documentary helps spread accurate perspectives on prehistoric human life widely. Every interaction supports careful evidence-based storytelling about our shared past. These stories matter because they explain how everyday survival shaped humanity itself. The lives lived then quietly echo within how humans still cooperate today.